Welcome to episode 82 of the CosCast. I am your main host, Pixie Dust Cosplay, and with me I have my fantastic co-hosts.
Annabelle Cosplay. And then
Yes, you're on point today, darling. And also with us today is our fantastic guest.
Me, Stickweeds.
You are also on point today. Welcome. So today the main topic will be metalworking and armor making and prop making. But before we go into that lovely subject, we're going to go through our usual segments. So first, we're going to talk about cosplay progress. So have we worked on anything cosplay related this week?
Yeah, I made a drawing.
Yes, I have. Who's first?
Yeah, well, I think Eniosia can talk first because it's been a really long time since she's had any progress at all. So why don't you share?
Sure. Well, a few weeks ago I started to make the red tunic for Link from Ocarina of Time. And yesterday I was together with my BFFs and we had a little cosplay workshop. So now it's starting to look like Link's tunic. Attached the and the color. I'm really not happy with the color, but I just don't care right now because it's shit. But it looks okay enough, I guess. Looks like a color. I've never made these types of colors before, and it's hard to make. So
yeah, it is. It's so hard.
I think we have all been swearing and having a lot of trouble doing those colors.
Yes.
Just finding the tutorial for making it and try to understand the tutorial. It's like, what?
Yes, it's asking a bit much if you've never made a collar before. Personally, I'm just going to screen share because that'll make it easier. This is what I made. It's the tunic for my Sarah's on Crate cosplay, which I'm hoping to be able to bring to TourCon this year.
Oh, nice.
Yes. So the tunic is done, and I'm going to start on the gambeson soon. And then I'll just have to wait and see if I can actually afford to finish this cosplay because I don't have a regular job yet. So money is a bit tight. But hey, progress. Progress is good.
I'm gonna start with my first proper big prop project, I think, because earlier this week I ordered some Overwatch costumes. So I'm not gonna sew as much, I think, but I'm gonna try to build this baby right here that I tried to draw. So I'm just saying nerf this because Diva is coming to a convention near you sometime in 2007, I think.
Nice.
Thanks.
So what have you been working on?
Right. Not exactly a cosplay, though it can be used for cosplay, but I've been working on Corvo's mask from Dishonored.
That is so badass.
Metal work. The skull parts are hammered out and stuff, and all the brass. I've been sitting with a file and just all the fucking small details have been driving me a bit mad. But so far it's turned out well. So currently I'm working on a stand, so I don't have to hold it. The basic of it is done. I'm going on to the more dangerous part. I have to sew an inner mask. So yeah, that needle thing. Pray for me.
We will.
but so far, that's what I've been working on this week and the upcoming week as well.
Yeah, I've been following you on Instagram during this, so you have a lot of in progress pictures on Instagram.
Yep. Just because I like to brag. It's like, look what I made.
I think we all do.
Yeah. So that I kind of spam my Instagram with progress pictures because if I had to wait until everything was finished, then I would have 4 Instagram updates a year or something.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's nice to see a step-by-step thing.
Yeah. I've been thinking about trying to do some filming of it as well, but the whole setup thing is a bit. I'm not ready.
That takes time. Eden in the chat says, Fabian! Smiley face. And Sahara Sarah says, that mask is amazing. Ooh.
Aww.
So they're loving you.
It's appreciated.
Yes.
Every like and every small part of people appreciating my stuff. I really, really love it.
Yeah, we... I don't think there's any cosplayer who says, "Ooh, no, I don't want recognition. Thank you. I'm good." Yeah, but that pretty much wraps it up, cosplay progress-wise. So I thought we would get into the cosplay news segment of the show.
Mm-hmm.
And if I had been a better show host, I would have been done, like putting up all the links so I could share everything. But I am not. So I'm just really doing.
We won't tell anyone.
Don't tell. So the first piece of news that I wanted to talk about today is that the movie Vaiana, which is originally called Moana, has the title got changed in France and other places in Europe and Scandinavia.
Yep.
And it's apparently caused a little bit of discussion. I found like an article about it on the Monsoon Project. And it's been critiqued because of a negative stereotyping of Polynesians in the media. So apparently it's causing some ripples. And also the name Moana was controversial apparently in French, so they had to change it to Vaiana, and that's...
Why?
I don't remember. I read the article like on Monday this week, so it's been a while. So, but yeah, I just found it very, very weird that they would have to change the name.
Yeah, I heard it was something about something with copywriting or
yes, that's true. That's
stuff like that. So someone already made a movie named that. In Europe.
There's a movie or a product that has the copyright to the name Moana in Europe.
She says it's because of a porn star.
Yeah, I heard that one too. I just didn't want to say it.
It's cool. All right. The next bit of news is just funny because some of the actors from the Lord of the Rings movies met up and hung out and recreated the troll scene. It's a troll.
I love the choice of weapons and somehow. Yes. Why does he have a gun?
No, it's a crossbow or something, I guess.
Maybe.
I hope it is, but how did a sword go to a crossbow? Did he forget a part of the script or something?
I'm introducing guns into Middle Earth. Do you have a problem with that?
It's just how it is. I mean, who's going to argue with the man with the only gun in Middle Earth?
Exactly. No one. Move the script. All right. So the next piece of news is that Conan Exiles, which is a Norwegian-produced game, is open for early access. So far, it's getting a mixed receival, but it's really high on the charts on Twitch and is on the top seller list on Steam, so that bodes well. So anyone who liked the Conan MMORPG that was released a few years ago might enjoy this. And apparently it's also really graphic. You see, for lack of better words, Veners and vajayjays all over the place. There is a lot of...
I think a little further down on the thing, there's a video of a guy where you can actually adjust the size of the penis in the game.
Wow, okay.
I was like, wow, are we going to talk about this?
Well, we're choosing to, apparently, so yeah. There you go.
Way more relaxed than I imagined.
Okay, the next on the list is just an insane on-point Jack Sparrow cosplay. that I found on kotaku.com. This is not a screen grab from the movie. This is the actual cosplay.
Yeah, it's sick
So
cool.
it's insane. Just the details and the look and the gestures and everything. It's just really on point.
Yeah.
So kudos to Felipe Sabino and Elian Art Photo for doing this. It's mind blowing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very.
And also, Stoff og Stil is opening a new store in Norway, in Fredrikstad. So for those of you who live in that area, they will have a grand opening party on the 23rd of March. And you can just search for the event on Facebook. And the first, I think, 100 customers will get goodie bags.
Ooh, nice.
Yes, so you should drop by that.
Hurry up to
Yes. There was also an article in a Danish paper on cosplay with
Blue one's my
cosplay.
girlfriend.
Huh?
The blue one's my girlfriend.
Oh, that's cute. Didn't know that. And we've had Lena on before with her sister last year, I think.
Mhm.
And I thought it was a very nice, it's quite a long article, but it talks about the motivations for doing cosplay and how Danish cosplayers are treated like they're very childish by most people, and that's very sad.
Yeah. Well,
So,
it is a good article that shows the cosplayer in a better view, so to say, because sometimes when you know when interviewers go out and view cosplay, they try to make it something like, oh, you're trying to escape from reality or something like that. That's a shame. This one really got away from that.
Yeah, I agree. It was a very good article. And I mean, because dressing up and having fun doesn't mean that you're trying to escape reality. It just means that you're being creative and having fun with something you love.
Hmm?
And
I'm sorry for snoring, by the way.
It's okay. I guess your dog didn't find the article quite as interesting as we did.
No, he found my lap more
Oh.
interesting, I think.
All right. The next and last piece of news is, of course, Ginny D's Harry Potter pin-up photos, which they've gone viral. They're everywhere, it seems.
They're so amazing. Also, I think they're creative in their own way. So
well
fun.
made.
They
And-
are very well made.
And also, they're not like overly sexy either.
No.
So it's not like selling sex. It's just
They're
making
fun.
something iconic and cool and fun. Yeah.
They're quirky. I like it. So people should definitely check that out. Ginny D is a really talented cosplayer, and she's trying to make a living out of cosplay. So any support you can give her to help her achieve her dream is probably very well appreciated. All right. That was it for news.
And this CosCast episode is not sponsored by Ginny D in any way. I'm just gonna put that disclaimer out there, just so we know.
But it'd be fun to have her on the show sometime, so maybe we should ask her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
All
me.
right.
I'm sorry. It's this gremlin right here who's making all the noise. Just if some new viewers are wondering why, but yeah, sorry.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay. You totally put me out now.
I'm so sorry. I'm just trying to get away.
The dog is taking over the show.
Yeah.
He could have his own show.
Yeah.
Okay. But we're going to go into showing some photos of the work you've done previously, so people can get to know you a little bit better.
Oh, nice.
So back to the screen share.
Yay.
Yeah, so this is the first one. This is a photo by Danner Key Photography.
Yes, that is correct.
Yes.
That character is Sandro the Lich. I made this character or cosplay as a qualifier for NCC last year.
Ooh.
And as you probably know, things went well, so I got there.
Yes.
It was a very special project for me because it was the first time I tried to model in steel, like sculpt in steel, rather than just make a basic shape and just put something on top of it. So here, all the edges you see and everything, all the skulls, everything on this armor has been hammered from one flat plate into the shape it is.
That must have taken so much time and effort.
Yeah, I spent like 1.5 days on each skull just to make it nice and even.
Wow.
Because at first it's just, it looks like a mess. And it does that until the last 10% of the work. That's one thing I've noticed with working with this kind of stuff. It is at the beginning and until actually nearer the end, it's not worth looking at.
Okay.
It's the finish that makes the work worth it.
It's exactly the same with hair.
Yeah.
Actually, it is.
Yeah, I could imagine. I made the beard for Marcus, the one I used in the C. That was also, I was like, oh, I was so worried. Am I doing this right? Am I doing this right? And in the end, it actually turned out really, really well.
Cool.
Yeah. No,
This was a fun. I think this is taken at the Gathering, actually. I was invited as a judge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were there last year? Because I think we were there at the same time.
Yeah.
Yes, you were. And you, Anita Pixie Dust, you were actually
Yeah.
interviewing
That's right.
the
I
judges on the
forgotten.
stage.
Oh,
So you guys have talked before.
Yeah.
I remember that. They kept skipping over in Norwegian. And at that time, my Norwegian wasn't very good. So they was like, I lost focus every time they started talking Norwegian stuff. And when I looked at the video afterwards, I just looked oh, there's no doubt when I lose focus. I just started looking around in the room.
Yeah. No, if I had gotten it to do it my way, I would have just stuck to English. But because it was a Norwegian convention, they wanted me to speak Norwegian.
Yeah, that makes good sense.
Yeah.
I guess I'll just have to get better at Norwegian.
Yeah, but I mean, everyone understands English in Norway, so there's really, no reason for us to not speak English when we have international guests
Yeah.
and live streaming a big event, for that matter.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to your next. This is Marcus.
Yes, Marcus Kruper, my current favorite and most hard-worked cosplay so far. It tested me in so many ways. Like the whole front plate here, again, it's forced from one sheet. And instead of, this is very technical. Instead of, just pressing it out in shape, like stretching it out, I compressed the iron into shape instead. So it actually became thicker somewhere and making it stronger.
Okay.
It's a forging technique called racing, where you hammer all around and pushing the edges downwards. It's like sculpting in iron.
Right. Cool.
And then the whole beard thing. That was my first time I tried anything with hair or wig. And, well, I think it turned out well.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it looks really good.
I think the results in the NCC speaks for itself. So
Yes. What place did you get? Oh, that's right, second.
Second
So-
place and audience favorite.
Exactly.
Yes.
So people really liked you. And
I have the
I've
prizes
had
right over there.
I've had the glove that you made for Marcus. Like I looked at it and tried it on when you had your panel at TorCon last year.
Yeah.
It just looked so good. I mean, I was like, how is it possible to even do this? How?
First, you take a hammer, and then you take a piece of steel, and then you beat the shit out of it. And when it looks good, you stop.
Okay. It's that easy, folks.
all right, so I'm just gonna start hammering away. I'm not sure if it's gonna look good eventually at any point, but yeah.
Oh, and also before I forget, this photo was taken by Polly Cosplay Photography.
Yeah. He's very nice.
Yeah, I hear a lot of people saying really good things about this photographer.
Cool.
And I see that there was quite a bit of sewing actually on this character.
Yeah,
Because
that was sewing has again and is still not my strongest side. So I'm still challenging myself. Right, I have a plan this year to make Blackwall from Dragon Age Inquisition. There'll be a lot more sewing. So I'm challenging myself in because I am not very good at sewing. But this costume here, it was fun to make because I had no idea how to make anything for it. I was like, okay, what works? Okay, I have this what do you call it? The Woodman's shirt, the one with the squares and all that. It has a fancy name. A flannel shirt or something like that. Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah, like a
I had one of those that actually fit me. I was like, well, this actually fits me, and it only cost like 30 kroners because it was a second hand. So I actually cut it up by all the seams, and then reused that whole pattern for making this thing here.
Well, that's smart.
Yeah, because I have no idea how to make a pattern, so I just like, well, if it works, it works, and it worked.
But I think that's
same with the pants, except I didn't measure size right. So actually, at the day we had to go on the scene and everything. 2 hours before the stage and everything went on, my pants cracked. But then there was this very, very nice Icelandic, as that was the one, Icelandic girl, which for some reason I can't remember her name.
Sandra Tales.
Yeah, that one, yes. She was like, oh, I can fix it for you. And so my competition was fixing my pants before we went on stage. It was a really, really healthy competition, I think, because people were not competing against each other. They were competing with each other. In a very nice way. I was really proud to be with those people.
That sounds good.
Very helpful.
Yeah.
But I think that's kind of like a tone that goes through a lot of the Scandinavian cosplay communities, that we try to keep it healthy and fun and not, go down to a bitchy level.
I mean, if you take the fun out of it, why do it?
Exactly. Why would you do it if it's not fun anymore? All right, next one. This is your gun that you made for Marcos. And it spins and everything. It's so cool.
And it weighs 8 kilos. And
yeah, I mean, how did you get all of your stuff to the NCC?
Oh, it's easy. Both my brother and I have cars. He has like an old post car, which has like a huge wagon area in the back. So we just like dumped everything in there.
Right, because I'm thinking getting this through airport security would be a bitch.
Yeah, this is not flying friendly.
No.
That's why I think I brought this costume for Banzai as well. Or Totocon, I can't remember. I brought it for one of them, and I actually brought a sword instead because it actually was able to fit in the luggage.
Yeah, gotta do what works.
But it was really fun. All the barrels are cast in massive aluminium, and at the beginning of it, the barrels alone was 8 kilos. So I actually had to like deconstruct it and like remove as much of the inside of the barrel I could as possible because it was so heavy. I was like, I'm gonna kill something on my arms with this. I drop it on someone, they die.
Yeah, I can imagine.
All right. I was not finished.
Oh, sorry. I can go
back to the gun.
Yeah.
Fun fact about the gun: the thing that actually makes it spins is the gearing of a bike.
Yeah.
That's why it also has this lovely clicking sound that everyone seemed to love.
Yes.
Because when I was on stage and I did the clicking thing, people just went crazy. I was like, whoa, easy guys, it's just bicycle parts.
But it sounds so impressive, and it sounds like a gun should sound when you spin the barrels. It's just very cool.
The only thing it needs to do is actually be able to shoot.
Yeah, because that's the thing. I mean, imagine loading that sucker. That would be...
Oh, no, I don't even want to. I was like, he just puts it away and puts it back forth and it's loaded. I was like, what the fuck? How do you do it that fast?
Magic bullets. Magic bullets.
Oh, I actually wrote, after I made the gun, I talked with some of the guys from who created the game. Because in the game, he can spin the gun and just continue spinning. But the graphics, it spins in his hand. just like he has no fraction in his hand. It just keeps going in his hand. I was like, how? Why? And I actually told them, like, guys, you might need to fix this, and they kind of laughed at me.
Oh.
Like, you're taking this too seriously, dude.
Apparently. But the best thing about this company, I really like this Vermintide, the shark games, Fat Shark, because after the show, they were in the audience. They went to me, and they was like, you made this you made this cosplay so damn nice, so, you know, go to town, just buy whatever bottle of whiskey and send the bill to us.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, it's those guys. It was really cool to have the creators of the character in the game there to appreciate my armor in person.
Yeah,
I was
that's
whoa,
pretty
what the
fantastic.
fuck? Yeah,
All right, may I move on now?
I will allow.
Okay, proceeding. What's this?
This is my Dark Souls armor. Actually, my first metal armor ever made for cosplay. It was kind of fun because when I started, this was like, should I do it in foam or should I do it in metal? And I was really like, okay, let's try and make the helmet and see how easy that is and see what happens. And I won't say it was easy, but the end result was so pleasing that I was like, yeah, I'm going to continue to do this.
We're
I
going to
see.
talk- Oh, yeah, go ahead.
For my sake, I couldn't even, made the choice between metal or foam. It would have been foam anyways, because where the beep can you just find a forge? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more luck than anything because it's a long story. Ever since I was like a wee lad, I've been working with metal. Like when I was like 13, 10 years old, I took a big hammer and then I took a nail and then I took a smaller hammer and like used the big hammer as an anvil and like made swords this size. So it started then. And then I got my grandpa to take me some sheet metal home, and I took a log of wood and I just beat it until it had the shape of a leg, and then I like strapped it on, and all the edges cut my legs to blood and everything. But I went out LARPing with it, and it was perfect in my world. It was
Cool.
lucky
You had
thing.
some experience, basically.
Yeah, I've been working with this a lot.
yeah.
And back in, remembering dates, I think it was back in 2011 or 12, or maybe 13. No, it was 2013. I got offered a workshop in this social
Like a collective?
environment. Yeah, collective, but not yet. It's hard to explain, but it was like, yeah, we have a lot of space. You can use it until you get good. That was practically what they said. So I got the space. I didn't have to pay rent. I didn't have to pay anything. I just had to bring my own stuff and tools and
That's
materials.
pretty amazing.
And it just took on from then.
So now this is your job, right?
Yeah, I work for Epic Armory or Iron Fortress as an armor designer now.
Wow.
So things escalated.
So cosplay gave you a job, basically.
Yeah, cosplay gave me a job.
That's pretty fantastic. Okay, I'm going to move on because we can't spend too long because we'll go way over time.
Yes. This knife. This was my first commission. Commissioned by the very same commissioned Corvus mask, actually, Krieg's design.
Yes.
And we were at DreamHack, and we were sitting after the competition, just sitting and chilling. And she just like, hey, I've been thinking, I want to commission something for you. Can you make this? And then she showed me the picture of this knife, and I never made a proper knife at that point, and I didn't even know how to take on the handle, and I had like zero idea on how to actually do this thing. And I just told her, yeah, I can do that. And then I was like, when I got home, I was like, holy fuck, what the fuck did I say yes to?
What did I do now? And,
Yeah.
For those who don't know, this is the Vorpal blade from Alice Madness Returns.
That is very correct.
Yes.
It looks amazing. Can you
yes.
actually cut something with this?
Yeah, actually, I think if you go to my page in one of my earlier videos, you'll see me actually chopping wood with it. It's like this big. It's a huge knife.
Wow.
And you can actually chop wood with it.
Wow, that's what I'm bringing to the cabin for Easter. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
It's made in hardened spring steel, so it's very durable.
Cool. This is the last picture.
Yeah.
This is, of course, the mask that we've already talked a little bit about.
Yes, it
It
is.
just looks so amazing.
I'm very proud of this. This has been my most intense project so far. It's all the, I I accidentally might have added more details than it actually had, but I just I was like, okay, I'm just gonna make it my mask now.
It's like the
Yeah.
labor of love.
But the two halves have been like forged out of one sheet of metal as well, cut into shape, and all the brass. Some of the eye parts I've actually made in plastic and then put into a cast and cast it in brass to get the right shape out of it. And there's a lot of cutting and filing and
Yeah. A
yeah,
lot of work. And all of those stitches are metal that you've bent into shape.
yeah.
Which is crazy.
It's actually like steel wire. So instead of like bending it, you can actually sew with it. It's just very thick, but you can actually sew with it.
Cool.
You get a lot of love from the chat, by the
Yeah.
way.
I haven't been able to look at the chat, but I am assuming they're going out of their minds.
Oh yeah.
Someone
Oh
is
my
very
god, that
happy about
knife.
Blackwall.
It's amazing. Blackwall, yes. Looks very
OMG,
nice.
that knife.
Yeah.
I like this audience.
Yes, we have fantastic viewers and we love them to bits. All right, so I think it's time to go into the interview part. So if Annabella, do you want to do the first questions maybe?
Of course. Yes, the first thing we are wondering about is how long have you been cosplaying and how did you get into cosplay?
Right, I've been cosplaying since 2012, and I got into cosplay by this friend of mine who had an extra ticket for Genki 2012. And I was like, hey dude, you want to come? And I was like, got this free ticket? Okay. I did not know what cosplay was at the time. I heard about it, but I didn't, take notice of it. It was like, man, I don't care. I got to this, I was like, what the fuck is this? What kind of freaks are these people? I was like, okay. Then I went on, and I stayed there for like 3 days, and I just went from freaks to I want to be one of them.
This is my life now. It's a disease.
I mean, the community was very awesome. That's the best word I just could find to describe it. It had a good feeling and fun. People had fun all around. I mean, and they actually made costumes. And I like especially the creative part of it. I was like, oh, I could do stuff. And yeah, it kind of started there. And yeah, things escalated. Now I'm here. I'm making a living out of it.
Okay, I'm just going to take a comment from the chat because there's someone called Lars that says, now build it all again, but in Worbla. So I assume he knows you or knows of you
Lars.
and your position towards Worbla.
Because it says more than Lars. I think I know who it is.
It says Lars Bundvad.
Ah!
Is it a nemesis?
He's actually, he has the office next door. He's my colleague. He's the 3D designer guy. Fuck him.
Fuck him and fuck Worbla.
Yes, they have this ongoing thing since I'm a cosplayer and they're all LARPers. Then I must love Worbla.
I see.
We can't all love it, but for those of us who do not have access to a forge, it is very handy.
It's yes. Holy shit! I remember how much trouble fuck Worbla that hashtag gave me because some people took it way more personally than it was meant.
Yeah, but everyone takes everything personally on the internet, so you can't really.
That is true. That is true. But still,
worry about it.
I actually had to make a whole post about like this is actually what I mean when I say this, and then I stopped using it.
Aww. Yeah, some people take things too literally, I think.
Yeah.
Sometimes. What are your cosplay and convention plans for 2017?
I have a list somewhere. I know I'll be going to Banzai and Totocon this year. I will also attend J-Pop. I will not go to Genki this year because I'll be going to NCC and watch people there. I have good friends going there this time. This is gonna be nice.
So cool. I want to go to the NCC too.
I'll probably also attend Decor because they have a nice bar. And I can't remember what else. There's
That's
probably
good
some
reasoning, I
Swedish-
must say.
Yeah, there's probably some Swedish ones, but I'm like I don't plan very far ahead. I was like, what should I do this weekend? Oh, there's a con. Let's go. So yeah.
What sort of cosplays are you bringing for conventions this year?
Well, mostly what I already got because I haven't had time to make something new because currently I'm finishing up commissions I had that stacked up. But I plan to have Black Wall finished for TortoCon. That is my goal. Yeah, if I reach some time.
I have extremely mixed feelings towards Blackwall because
me too.
I'm not going to spoil it for anyone who hasn't played the game yet, but
he was the first character I romanced in Dragon Age, so I
didn't romance him, but he was my best buddy, and no matter what he did, I would forgive him. I don't care what everyone else thought. I forgave him because I needed that fucking tank to tank.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
For gameplay reasons, I choose to forgive you. Okay.
More or less. I mean, I really liked him until that turn point.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
But it's still awesome. But if I'm gonna play Inquisition again, then I'll totally make different choices.
Same here. I'm already on my second playthrough with first playthrough was a Dwarven male. I accidentally romanced Dorian and things just escalated with Dorian and
But that's the thing that's hard with Dragon Age and Inquisition because you don't really realize that you actually do romance someone because that's what happened with Blackwall. Because I didn't really mean to romance him, but I still did. And then I tried to romance someone else and they were like, but you're romancing with that guy. I'm like, no, I'm not.
I was having a text. We just went on a mission, came back. I just had a casual talk with Dorian. And I don't know, I pressed something and suddenly they were kissing. And I was like, what the fuck? That was not my plan.
I had a really weird conversation with Cassandra. I was just going to her and being all friendly, and like she was like, "I don't like it when you do it. You need to stop." I was like, "What? You need to stop this flirting. I cannot be like the next Divine and you flirting with a girl. That's not possible." I'm like, "But I haven't flirted with you, Cassandra. I haven't done it." It's like, we have to stop. Can you stop being awkward, please?
What signs are you reading?
Yeah. I was like, no. Oh. All right, I'll go to Colin next.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, next question.
Mm-hmm.
You placed really well in last year's NCC. Do you think you would like to compete on that level again?
Definitely, but not right now. right now, I'm relaxing, so to say.
Yeah.
I realized something when I qualified for NCC and all that. It was very stressful because I had this deadline. I had to finish all this. I had so many plans in my head. I wanted to finish this and this for this date, and it was very stressful for me. So after NCC, I made the deal with myself that for future competitions, I will make the costume first, and then I'll find a competition that fits it.
That's smart.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah. Also, back then, before I started and qualified for NCC, I was still trying to make a living after my own by making props. So I kind of worked extra hard to win competitions so I could get recognition. So people were like, hey, buy that guy's stuff because he's great and good at what he's doing. But now I got settled with this very neat job, and now I can relax more because I actually got what I wanted.
I think we're having a little bit of feedback on your audio.
Yeah.
Right now. So I don't know if there's. Yeah, I guess maybe I'm the only one who can hear it. I don't know. the audience can shout out if they're having a problem with feedback. So
Yes.
You hear it.
Yeah. Cool.
But yeah, I'll complete that level again
Awesome.
sometime next year, probably.
Ooh, hard competition.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be amazing to see this year. So I'm guessing the level will be high.
Yeah. It's like it just never goes down. It just keeps going up.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, Ryra and Vanilla says that there is an echo and a feedback. Do you have like any earplugs or a headset you could plug in?
I actually have, but I don't know how well they work. But we'll try.
Yeah.
We'll just untangle this and plug it in and hope
Yeah,
it works.
we'll just talk amongst ourselves.
Do like in Denmark and talk about the weather.
Suddenly my mind just went completely blank.
Right.
That happens.
Is there a difference in sound? Oh, testing.
Testing.
Yeah, no, it sounds good now, I think.
We'll just let the audience decide.
Yeah, they'll tell us if it's better or not.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a deal. Right.
Then I'll move on
Move
to the
on.
next question.
Right.
What is your favorite cosplay project so far? I'm guessing that we're asking about your own cosplay projects.
Yes.
And what has been the most frustrating one?
I'm guessing that would be Marcus, because it's been one hell of a project. It took a lot of time. There was so many new aspects of stuff I never tried to do before, like making a hat. The whole hat for Marcus's hand sewn, and all the arms and all the details and the fabric for Marcus was very interesting for me to make because it's unfamiliar with me. Because armor, I had a pretty good idea what I was doing, but all the beard, that's the word, beard and wig making, that was also like, I actually had a good friend, Camerini. She's very good with wigs and stuff like that, and I bought her 100 cans of cola. I was like, here's some cola, teach me how to do my wig. You cannot do it, you need to teach me how to do it. And that's how I learned to style a beard.
Cool.
I bribed her with cola.
Apparently the feedback's still there, but it's okay. It's not too loud, so people can still hear you. So that's good.
Oh, nice.
Cool. I cannot hear any feedback, so I'm lucky, I guess.
Yes. All right. So yeah, Marcus.
It's
Yes.
understandable. It's understandable. It's like with metal, you could just hammer it to the shape you want, but with sewing, you need to think about which sort of pieces fits there to make that shape that you want.
Yeah.
And, it doesn't
Yeah, no.
always make sense.
Yeah,
Nope,
not
it
so
does not.
shut your armholes like I did today.
Exactly.
No.
Right.
I made mistakes. I had to redo one of the arms. So yeah, it's just when I upload pictures to my Facebook and Instagram, it's like I just don't upload the things that went wrong.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We in the CosCast were thinking about making a video series or some videos about our own first cosplays, so we can show people up close all the horrible mistakes we've made.
Yeah, well,
That's not a bad idea.
We don't really have to show our first ones because, I got lots of mistakes on my newest ones as well.
But it's like nice to know that everybody makes mistakes, because some things aren't really that obvious when you see other people, but you know they're there yourself.
Yep. I don't want to go through my own armors. I know what's wrong with them, but I also know how to hide it.
Exactly.
All right. Any else? Yeah, maybe you want to start from question 6. Take the last one.
Sure, I'll try. I might lag a bit, but I'll try.
Yeah.
Okay, how much time do you spend on a cosplay project on average?
On average, I would say 3 to 4 months. I'm not good with the small, easy cosplays. I'm more like, if I do something big and I go all in. and well, I tend to make it over 3 to 4 months.
Mm.
So
What-
I don't pop up.
Hmm?
I don't
What
shoot out too many costumes a year.
Sure. Costumes takes like the longest time.
The costumes where I have no idea what I'm doing, so I probably have to do it several times.
Yeah,
Because
that takes some time.
there's always a first time where like, how does this actually work? And it's like, oh, not like that. Yeah.
Yeah, we've all been there. Did I do it right?
Um,
Nope.
Nope. Start over again. How costly is it to work with metals as opposed to, for example, Warbler?
Well, that kind of depends on the metal. If we, for example, take basic iron, it's actually this. You can get like, in terms of square meters and thickness, you can get for the same price, you can get 3 times as much iron as you can get wobbler.
Huh.
For the price of 1 big sheet of wobbler, you can get 3 sheets of metal. If we have to go up and do some fancy metals like stainless steel or high carbon steels, it's a whole different story. And if we have to go even fancier, like silver implements and gold and stuff like that, it's out of this world madness. Not-
Yeah.
It's not like I ever implanted silver in any of my. Fuck. I didn't think that through. It was a very expensive, nice detail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like if you think about what gold rings or silver rings and necklaces and stuff like that cost, you don't
Yeah.
really get much for your money's worth. And if you're making a whole armor out of silver or gold, that would probably ruin you.
I calculated you can get a full set of armor in solid gold. It will be heavy as fuck, I can tell you, but it will
Yeah.
cost you about 20 million
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
in raw material price. Then there's the work hours.
So not doing that.
No,
We have a
no.
question. We have the last question of tonight is gonna maybe involve something of this, I think.
Yes.
Just wait and see.
Okay.
Well, yeah, and I guess gold wouldn't be good as armor because it's quite,
Yeah,
soft.
it's not really used. Maybe a gold titanium alloy. I heard this guy Stark uses it.
If your name is like Joffrey from Game of Thrones, you would probably have an old gold.
Yeah, like a ceremonial piece of armor or something.
Yeah.
So glad I didn't have to pay for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if someone wanted to take up metalworking, what kind of advice would you give them to help them get started?
Oh, okay. Advice.
Like what sort of things would you need to get started?
Well, you can actually get started really basically. There's a guy called Guyton on YouTube. He does how to build this gauntlet armor thing in your garage, and he actually uses very simple tools and parts to get started. And it's like you can use a hammer and a different hammer. Then, like I did, use the other hammer as anvil. And of course, over time, you can always buy more and more specialized tools. But the thing is, metal is cheap in buying, but it's very expensive with tools.
Yeah.
So with wobbler, you could get going with a scissor, a
Heat gun.
heat gun, and some glue, and then you're actually pretty good to go. Where with metal, you need some sort of a workshop, some sort of quite durable tools. It's a lot more expensive in tools, but you can start small and just slowly build it up. And there's a shit ton of tutorials on YouTube on how to make armor and what tools you can buy and how the different tools actually work. So look it up on YouTube. That's my best advice.
How many hammers do you own?
My current collection on hammers, which are different, is 25.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How much have you spent?
I actually have when I open my work closet, they all like hangs neatly and sorted on racks down there. Like I know exactly which one to use for what.
Oh, that's so nice.
My hammers are my babies.
Yeah, that sounds so. That's like OCD heaven right there.
Yes.
Mhm.
It's like,
I had one more question, and that is, safety-wise, what do you need to think about? What's important to think about?
Your ears. When you take a hammer and hammer it on a piece of steel, it makes a lot of high-pitched sound, and this sound, it kind of like it's like spears to your ear, like it just pierces your eardrums, and that's not very good. So, good ear protection, glasses, because sometimes splinters might fly, the hammer can crack. It is possible. So glasses, hammers. If you have long hair, tie it up so you don't have hair everywhere. It's a good idea to wear a hat or like ponytail it or something. Just make sure and keep from having loose clothing as well. It can get stuck in machines. That's not good.
That's potentially dangerous, I would say.
Like, what kind of machines do you have in your workshop?
Oh, I have a grinder, I have a plasma cutter, I have a welder, I have a TIG welder, I have I want to have a laser cutter. I have a shit ton of angle grinders. I have a few hammers. All sorts of specialized tools that I either made myself. I have like this whole box of different kind of chisels that I use to make, like, when I make stuff like this. These are hammered out on stakes and chisels, simply shaping around it. So I have to specialize them for all the different shapes. So I have it's
almost like a mold, maybe.
Yeah, it's like just a mold that's like less than a finger thick. It's just it's a stake that you hammer around, like you used to press it around. Yeah.
I just have to sample cosplay says in the chat. Some people have 25 cats. Fabian has 25 hammers.
That is not untrue.
Is there still more like?
I'm a crazy hammer guy.
Is there still any hammers out there you don't have?
Yes, there is. Machine hammers, like hammers that presses like a few hundred tons every hit. So like armor.
So that's what you want for Christmas next year.
Yes, I would love to have one of those. They are slightly expensive, not just in buying, but you actually need to have the whole where they're standing. You have to have the fundament prepared and made like absorbent, because else they'll just hammer themselves into the floor.
So you actually need to, like, before you get one of these machines, you need to like build a building for it, basically.
Yeah. I would love to have one of those, but man,
you should totally have a video tour of your workshop, like, so people can see where you work.
I could do that, but not right now. I'm in my office.
No, not now, but at some point you should totally do that. Make a movie.
Oh, right now. Okay, yeah. I can give a tour in my office. It has like this really cool wall with cool people on. It can make this work. Okay, there's one of my armors. Whoa. There's cool people I know. There's actually most of them is Norwegian.
Yeah, I recognize some of them. I can see the Fuzzy Teddy and the Reese's.
There's Karin, there's names, I forget names. There's Christina, there is Shishakra, there is the Farah one, there's Alien, there's Sanatori, there is Ibelin, and Sophie. I don't remember what Sophie's cosplay name is. And then there's oh, this is embarrassing.
I think Sophia just cosplays under Sofia Karina Ries.
Oh, that's right, yeah. She actually does. And then there's Silja and Martina. Those names. Oh god, that was embarrassing. Yeah. I couldn't remember that. And of course, there's also me.
Yes.
And my Marcus armor. I'm trying to. Yeah. And I have a watch. It doesn't work. It hasn't worked for a month. It just keeps saying 20 minutes to 9. And I guess that's just what time is forever in here.
2 times a day, that's the right answer on what time is. So
yeah, it's 2 times right. And a picture of Gimli that my mother painted.
Wow. Awesome.
and I have a gun as well from Fallout. It's a massive cast. I'm thinking about putting it into a giveaway soon because I don't know what to use it for. It's just hanging there.
Cool. Have you made it yourself?
Yes, I carved out the plastic model with my bare hands, and then I like put a sand form in, and then I put in liquid aluminium. The cool thing about it, since it's post-apocalyptic, the aluminium I used is old wheel tires, like the things like I don't know what the weird
So it's recycled.
English words. Failure.
Yeah.
That thing
Yeah,
can't.
I
It
can't,
holds the
I can't
tire.
remember the name.
Yeah, some people probably know what it is, but yeah.
Vanilla Story says, that Phobos senpai.
I got it. Originally, it is actually yellow and golden as originally, but when I turned 25, one of my main photographers gave me it, where he had photoshopped all the armor pink as a gift.
Cool.
I was very happy about it.
Wheel capsules, apparently, is the word we're looking for.
Yes,
the
wheel
wheel
capsules. Those things. I melted those down and made a gun out of it.
Thank you. Yuna.
Amazing.
Nice.
We have such a helpful chat. And Usumaki Tank says that my friend is sitting behind me and making a Gimli cosplay right now.
Oh, nice.
Very cool.
Where will I see that cosplay? When?
Yes.
What cons will it be available at?
Let us know.
Yes.
And Cecilia says, just to make y'all jealous, I have popcorn with butter taste.
I could wish. I'm good.
Okay, let's move on with the questions.
Yes, let's do
Yes.
I was waiting so long. No, just kidding. Okay, Fabian, if you had an unlimited budget, what cosplay would you make?
Okay, this is a thing I've been like thinking about for a few years. I haven't started on it yet because I want to work myself up to it. I have this dream. It's not a cosplay per se. It's more like my own design. I want to make a unicorn knight.
What? That sounds so cool. Best ever.
Do you have any reference pictures for this?
No, because everything is in my head, and I'm just slowly gathering ideas on how to build up the parts and what it should be made of. But I'll have like horse heads hammered out from steel plates here with horns and everything. A helmet shaped as a horse head as well, and it's gonna be in high polish. If I can get to it, I'll get some pearl scented decorations on it, like Palamore.
Yeah.
I'll like inlays of that with the bronze etchings, and I'm gonna go all crazy on this project.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
This
we're
has to happen.
yes. And you have to use like real horse hair, like wild.
Well, of course, yes. I don't plan to skip out. I mean, for Corvus Mask, I'm making a stand. I'm also making one of the the whale charms you can find in the game. I'm that picky that I can't just use some plastic. I actually went on and bought some meat with bones in it, so I can like take the bones and carve out into this thing, because then it's more as it's what it is to be. I couldn't get my hands on whale bones.
No, that's kind of hard.
Yeah, and kind of
Uzumaki
illegal in
says,
Denmark.
yeah, kind of illegal too. Uzumaki Tonk says that the Gimli cosplay will be at Arthacon, which is in March.
Oh man,
We'll be there too.
I've been thinking about going there, but planning timing. What date is Arthacon again? Can you remember?
I think it's the 23rd of March or 22nd.
Yeah, it's around that date. It's Saturday and Sunday, around those dates.
Yeah. I want to go, but time, money, all that.
It's hard. Oh no, it's the 25th to the 26th of March.
Yeah, but it's around those dates anyway.
I don't know what I'm doing that day.
Yeah. And Aslak says, I heard you're coming to TutorCon this year, Fabian. Wink.
That is just a rumor. It has not yet been confirmed.
Just throwing in some TutorCon commercials.
Yeah, totally. It's like, TutorCon, you should totally go there. They have Aslak.
And we're also this show is also not sponsored by TutorCon.
We need to put up like a disclaimer sign.
Yes. Yeah. So, so that happened. Cecilia says that you should make a Game of Thrones armor of real gold for Turocon.
Of real. Oh.
Kingsguard.
Well,
Yeah,
if she's
Kingsguard.
paying, no problem.
Oh, Aslak says, "Do you want to be?" So hashtag and joking.
Or am I?
Or am I?
But Aslak, I saved the Aslak #1 fan badge. It's in my office, the other one.
Well,
Yeah.
hey, if Turocon wants to sponsor us, who are we to say no? Honestly.
I have still saved my badge from last year from Torque.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. So before we derail even further, let's move
Tell
into
him
the
he has the
last
prettiest
segment.
beard.
Huh?
Tell him he has the prettiest beard.
Yes, he has the prettiest beard.
Yes. Yes.
There's like magic tiny unicorns hidden inside of his
Exactly.
beard.
My armor, my unicorn armor is going to be made out of Aslak's beard.
Yeah. You should totally put glitter in his beard because it's like, in right now.
I still have no idea who Bartman is from last
No.
tournament.
Who is Buckman?
Who could
We
it
don't
be?
know. Who could it be? We have no idea.
The world may never know.
Yeah.
And Cecilia says, "I'm sorry, I'm a child, no can pay."
Oh, that's true.
That is very true. Okay,
Oh, thanks, Aslak.
all the beard love. But yes, let's
Beard
move into our yes, beard mans.
What were we talking about?
We were
Derailing.
going to go into geekery, which is our final segment, where we talk about anything cool that we have watched, read, listened to, or played during the past week or so.
World of
So-
Warcraft.
Dragon Age.
Overwatch.
Yeah, Dragon Age Inquisition
Yes.
for the money.
Oh,
I'm
fucking
just
souls.
waiting for the next Rist book to come out so I can read again.
I got this cool pin set from Humble Bundle after buying a few cosplay books from them.
That looks cool.
Yeah.
They seem actually to be very nice quality.
Yeah, they are. They're really heavy and huge. It's like not plastic at all. So they're cool.
I got a loot crate last week, so I made an unboxing video, so I'm going to edit that and put that out. So that's something to look forward to. And also, Art Stream Monday is going to happen tomorrow again. And I'll try to do something Valentine's themed since it's Valentine's Day soon. So we'll see. I'm thinking maybe something Star Wars / Valentine's Day themed tomorrow. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Let's just call the cheese factory right now.
It'll be cheesy, definitely. Lots of cheese. And I've just been listening to lots of podcasts as usual, so I can recommend a podcast called Jawbones, which is a marital tour through misguided medical history. So basically, it's a husband and a wife who talk for like an hour about weird diseases or weird practices for curing diseases or not curing them, all depending. So, like, the first episode is about trepanation, which is a weird custom where someone thought that if you drilled a hole through your skull, you could expand and broaden your mind. So apparently this one dude did that at some point, talked his best friend into doing it, and then they made his wife do it too. So
I'll be right back.
okay. So, Jawbones, check it out. It's a part of the Maximum Fun podcast community. They have really great, funny, cool stuff. So that's what I can recommend. Right. Aniasia, do you have anything more you want to recommend?
Don't do drugs.
Okay, yeah. That's a good way to end the show. Don't do
Do
drugs,
metal.
kids.
Do metal instead. Yes.
Uh,
You cosplay, not drugs.
yes. Because as we said last time, if you do cosplay, you don't have enough money to do drugs.
Oh, that's so true.
It's very true. And also a little bit better for your health.
Slight.
Just a little bit.
It just hurts your wallet.
Himedera said, Himedera Cosplay says, good recommendation, 10 out of 10.
Word. Senpai would approve.
Right. Yeah, I haven't had the time to watch a lot of shows this week, so I don't really have many TV shows to recommend. I still need to watch AKB 0048 or AKB 48. Yeah, the show that Cecilia recommended to me, the anime show, because I haven't had the time, but I'm going to watch it tonight, I swear, while I sketch for tomorrow's art stream.
All of it tonight?
Not all of it, obviously, because I have a
Crazy?
driving lesson in the morning at like 8:30. So I kind of want to be awake for that.
Sounds smart.
I don't want to like accidentally manslaughter someone with a vehicle.
What's the worst that could happen?
Hate it when that happens.
Like totally. And I mean, like, I love you guys, but I do feel like the CosCast would suffer if I went to prison.
It would make it interesting, though. Like, directly transferred from prison.
The first prison podcast in Norway.
About cosplay.
I know.
Cosplay in jail. What to do with the
Like
overall.
recyclable cosplay. What do you do when all you have is a toilet roll and a toothbrush?
Trix could talk about that.
Yes, I'm sure she could.
I can talk about toilet rolls all day. Because I make armor. I make armor out of toilet rolls, you know?
This is true.
I'm not laughing because
I have no idea what's going on anymore.
But like, okay, in the chat, they're still on the whole "don't do drugs" thing, and it's kind of funny because if you translate it to Norwegian, it's "ikke bruk stoff," and "stoff" is the same word as drugs and textiles in Norway. So
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah,
Thank you for that one.
My boyfriend always is like, when I say, I'm gonna go and buy some textiles, aka stuff, he's like, huh? I'm like, for cosplay, you know, sewing.
Fabric, not drugs.
It gets confusing.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, especially because one of the shadiest places in Norway's, capital, they have a lot of textile shops. So
Yeah.
you're like, jeg skal gå til Grønland for å kjøpe stoff.
Yeah, right, exactly. About the whole podcasting from jail, Yuna is saying, it's Norway. Are we sure it isn't possible? I mean, they let you keep
I
your
wouldn't be
hobbies
surprised.
unless it is playing the tuba. Apparently, that is a no-go.
Oh, I remember, because I lived in Tromsø, one of like the horrendous murders of the 90s. There was this guy who was in prison up where I used to live, and he used to have like vacation days from prison, so you can just see him sometimes randomly walk around in the city.
Yeah, they just let you out and assume that you'll be good enough to come back.
Yeah.
It's really weird. You get your own room and you have your own bed and television and a little writing desk, so it's kind of like, being in a dormitory, I think.
Except that you have rules, like you cannot go outside.
Go outside. I'm sorry, but I draw the line there.
You have bars on your window and a big wall around you. That's basically
Yeah,
it.
and the whole tuba thing, that seems like a very arbitrary line. Everything is cool, but no tubas.
I once played a tuba. It sounded horrible. I don't know if it was the instrument or just my ability to play it.
I think this is probably the worst joke we've ever done. Like,
It's late.
it's late, and yeah, We're sorry about the prison and the drug jokes, but not really. Hopefully people will understand. We try to keep this PG-13 somewhat. So
Yes, cheers on that.
yes, exactly. Cheers.
Yeah.
I think this means that the show needs to end for today.
But it just
But we're having such a good time.
Yes. But yeah, if we really want that support from Turukon, I think we should stop. We'll shoot ourselves in the foot. Okay, well, it's been a delight to have you on as a guest.
I've had a marvelous time.
Good.
Amazing.
Yes, and you are of course welcome to come back anytime you would like to. So
Ooh, fancy.
yes, and thank you to our viewers for being active in the chat and for watching us and coming with questions and funny comments. You're amazing. And if people want to follow Stickweeds, you can find him on Facebook and on Instagram. Just search for Stickweeds or Stickweeds Crafting and Cosplay, and you'll get him.
Yes, me.
Yes,
get him for free on your door.
on a limited offer.
No. You can buy me like you did at FanSecon, and then you can get one free trans.
Yes, you can. I did. I bought him.
And also, if you want to see Stickweeds twerk in his Marcus Gruber outfit, you should just watch our vlog from BonsaiCon.
Oh, I knew it'd come back to haunt me.
It's on the internet, bro.
You're on the internet.
Yes, and if people want to follow us and get more content, you can like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and subscribe to us on YouTube. Just search for the CosCast or the CosCast Show, and you'll find us. And join me tomorrow at 6 o'clock for Art Stream Monday. Yeah,
Ooh, that sounds nice.
yes, it'll be cool. So yeah, we'll see you guys next Sunday, and have a nice week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.